the speed of Keani Lockett.
In his 40th season, the NCAA's all-time wins leader, Gino Auriemma, looking to take his team to 10-0 in Big East play. Jim Flannery in front of this record-breaking crowd, his 23rd season at the helm for the Blue Jays. Paige Bueckers, mid-range does not fall. She's been looking for her offense to start out these games. Had 14 points in the first quarter in her win over Villanova.
Yeah, she had a complete game in that one, filled up the stat line. And the number one thing that stands out about Paige this season right now is her efficiency.
Well, the last 6 games, 71% true shooting percentage as Morgan Molly tries to go up and under, met by the help defense of Jason Alfie, and it will stay here with 7 to shoot.
Different defenders on her in that look. That time it was AZ Fudd.
Loves to face up, loves the mid-range. That time way off target.
I mean, we came on the air saying these are the top 2 offenses in the Big East. So far, they're not making our analysis look too good.
Aggressive help defense by Molly Mogensen on Paige Bueckers, a National Player of the Year candidate. Another one and done by the Huskies.
And that one just looked like a tight rim. I mean, there was no friendly roll there for Caitlin Chen.
Horan knocks it down to start off our scoring. Her first career start in her 5th season.
And that is really what she's known for. The majority of her shot attempts this season are from behind the arc.
AZ Fudd answers right back. Jensen had a little bit of breathing room, can't take advantage of it. Bueckers with the rebound and looking to push. Watch the pace of this UConn team, feeding a sprinting Sarah Strong. Sometimes only going 6-7 deep on their roster. 5 to shoot for Bray, can't knock it down. Caitlin Chen, 4 years at Princeton, 2-time All-Ivy League. Alfie gets all the way, coming off a team-high 22 points. It was her 8th 20-point game this season.
She's calm out there. She doesn't show too much emotion, but she has been so solid, and it's been so fun to kind of watch the relationships with other players flourish on the floor.
Great working from the perimeter. Molly will drive and kick, gets it back from Jensen. Great help defense, Alfie.
To have that help defender sliding over in time to meet her.
Her head coach, the national team for Egypt, the leader there. Mogensen threading the needle, count it.
Facilitator, keeping that dribble alive on the screen and roll to break.
So much ball movement, player movement. Strong gets it in the post against Horan, tries to bulldoze her over, kicks it out. Won't get the assist that time as Molly flies in for the rebound. Poked away, easy. Fudd just said, I'll take that. Sprinting up the floor and Chen on the finish.
Move their feet, hands in passing lanes, and Fudd gets the steal on that last one.
UConn 4th in the nation in defensive rating as Creighton turns it over.
And this is a team that is at its best when they are out and running in transition. Great personnel to do so and really difficult to defend.
Auriemma, you're right, says it's the defense, the reason we are at this point playing the kind of basketball we are at this point in the season. Strong will draw the foul. Lead answer, I think it is. There's Keani Lockett. And Coach Flannery said we are losing our quickest defender out there today against the best offense in the country.
And the reason that's a big loss, Jim Flannery, I feel like, could lead a yoga class or something.
Lauren Jensen takes off to the rim and converts. And she is not just a spot-up three-point shooter, creating her own shot, putting it on the ground. Paige Bueckers trying to create in the hands of K.K. Arnold. Morgan Shelley, the freshman, will now dart to the rim. And securing the rebound is the Blue Jays. Off the foot. And will stay here 25 to shoot. Creighton so far controlling the glass. Just 8-6 so far, but really limiting any kind of impact by UConn on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I think they've had a really good start defensively. They haven't allowed UConn to get really anything too easy, as Brooke Littrell off the bench gets one to go. And Jim Flannery's going to need that today. Down a starter, he needs production to come in off the bench.
Littrell, a Division II All-American at Central Missouri, playing against the top 6 team in the country, as Strong sticks with it. Volley, too much breathing room that just rooms out. We're going to get her going offensively. 0 for 4 to start this game. A stop inside, but Fudd will get it to go dirty across the line. Townsend, fresh off the bench, will swing it. Mogensen trying to beat Arnold off the dribble, and does to the rim.
Really tough take, and Molly Mogensen is playing on a very good stretch right now, averaging about 17 per game in the last 3 games. She only averaged about 9 per game on the season.
Off the curl, Sarah Strong, unstoppable. Shot clock is off for Creighton. Morgan Shelley, the freshman, guarding the 5th year. Jensen guarded by Bueckers, loses her footing. It's Molly with 3 seconds left. And her first bucket right there to close the first quarter. And we have a ball game here in downtown Omaha,
where Sarah Strong notices that the defender is playing her on the top side. There's no offensive player, no defensive player in that right corner, and just a simple recognition to seal and cut back door. And if you do that, Paige Bueckers is going to find you.
She's the only player who has more than 3 points on both teams. Slow offensively, we were building up to the best offensive teams in the country. But there, UConn
and Jensen have been held at bay on the other end for Creighton.
Those 2 for Creighton. One of the best scoring duos in the country. 2 for 8 coming into the second quarter. There is that first 3-pointer. K.K. Arnold, who has really come alive, coming off the bench this season.
Yeah, she was such a primary player on that team last year as a freshman because they were so limited. And there's the open look.
As easy a look. Shade in traffic. Just raising the iron.
Shooting 51% on the season. She just doesn't look for her shot a lot.
Shane thought about that 3, gets it back to Strong, and in her face.
How well she needs to play for this team to be good, although Gino told us there's still a lot more in the tank.
He says she's about 51%. Not because she's not healthy, it's just she's holding back. She's reticent at times, looking to facilitate, but he said if she was playing at 100% and she was selfish, she'd be scoring 35 a night.
I'm nervous to know what 100% would look like if this is 50%, averaging about 18 a game as a freshman.
Can think of a lot of other teams feeling the same way. Here's Bueckers, splashes it home. Lob it into Molly off the inbound, poked and taken. Caitlin Chen, coast to coast for the finish.
Caitlin Chen probably knowing the play on that one. We see pretty much all teams go over out of bounds plays the day of the game. She knew that was coming, and here comes Sarah Strong.
Back-to-back steals, back-to-back easy buckets. And didn't have time to say that Caitlin Chen reached 1,400 career points on that last.
And this is how UConn can really turn things up quickly, is when that defensive intensity picks up and they can go from defense to offense so quickly, as we saw on ensuing possessions.
One for the 2-possession games, now a 10-point lead, largest of the game for the Huskies. Slow out of the gate, now on a 9-0 run and dialing it up defensively. Another stop. Here's Sarah Strong. Big bump finds Chen. The spin move, beautifully done. Everything clicking now for UConn, opening up a 12-point lead.
Caitlin Chen, and just like that, it is an 11-0 run for the Huskies.
He said it's not easy to come into a group like this and assert yourself and be who you've always been, going from the Ivy League to the Big East, but really ignited something that last game. 17 points, 7 of 8 against Villanova. Good response by Creighton right out of the timeout. It's Lauren Jensen, who they need to get hot. She's just 4 points on 2 of 4 from the floor. And then a high percentage look the other way, and no surprise, Sarah Strong, 14 points. The next highest of anyone is 6. That sails out of bounds right on cue, Kim. That is now 10 turnovers.
Yeah, they're actually 6th in the country. They only average 11 turnovers per game, and UConn right in front of them at 5th.
Sarah Strong misses inside and gobbles up the rebound.
And she's showing the ability to continue to go after it, even on the miss.
Oriema told us today, I've been lucky enough in my career to know what it's like to have those #1 ranked players in the country come play for me. 2nd in points and assists as well. Creighton will have a final shot here. Trying to find something to feel good about heading into the locker room. Littrell has to do something with it. And that will be the end of the second quarter.
So let's see what the response is from Paige.
You know, I heard that in his voice. He just said that too. But it is typically Paige, where she had nearly a triple-double against Villanova. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Was asked if she had a couple more minutes to go ahead and get that. She said, I'm happy you won the game. And her 2 teammates, of course, were giggling off to the side, just knowing that is the prototypical Paige answer of all answers she could give, and it is genuine and true. She sees her team with the lead, and interested to see how she comes out as well. 10 to shoot already for Creighton. Trying to get Morgan Molly going. A beautiful shot on display. Molly, the leading scorer for Creighton, at 6 points. Deep post up. Jana Alfie can't quite get the touch. Looking to get on a roll. It's just a 2-point game after the first quarter. Strong.
Little turnaround with the footwork. You couldn't have defended that much better. She has had some really impressive finishes all season long.
Someone this season shooting 50% from the field, 48% from 3. One of the best players in Creighton program history. Guarded by Strong throughout this night. Chen, though, has been disruptive, too. Look at that backdoor cut. That is Creighton offense right there.
And that's the patience they need to continue with. It starts with taking care of the ball, not having those 12 turnovers.
Easy, fun, quick trigger. She hasn't been a huge factor offensively today, too. 4 points for her. Lauren Jensen slow to get back. Finds herself as the trailer. Good ball movement. It's Mogensen. Yes!
If you glance at the ball, you're going to get hit with a backdoor cut.
Bueckers, baseline inbound, too smooth. Mogensen has nowhere to go against her. Is going to try backing her down and finishes on the left side.
It's like a little bulldog in there.
Coach Flannery will say she is not the quickest, but she is experienced in making it happen. Bueckers. Moran will swing under 10 to shoot for the Blue Jays. Great. Going to put it on the floor, and that will fall off the front of the rim. Bueckers maintaining this pace, calling for that screen. That's deflected. Mogensen.
Maybe the best at the country in reading a defender, adjusting based on how they're playing her, where they're playing her.
Bueckers off balance. Mogensen, backdoor cut underneath the defense. She'll shoot too.
I think Creighton needs a little bit more from their big stars.
Chen has 2, Strong has 2, in addition to Fudd. 2 starters with 2. It's Mogensen and Great for the Blue Jays. Bueckers. Thinking lets it fly. Brady, the effort on the glass. Sees that help defense come, and Brady gets it to fall.
And it was Paige Bueckers facilitating that play. She actually waved her teammate out so that she could have the isolation. And then smart decision on the kick out when she drew 2.
Townsend for 3. She's got it. Fantastic to see this kind of presence here at CHI Health Center and for such an important cause.
Let's hope it's now an annual date on the calendar. I mean, they almost tripled the previous record. We talked to people who drove 10 hours turnovers to get to this game.
Brady doesn't know the shot clock's about to expire. A turnover for the Huskies.
There's a list of things that anger Gino Auriemma. I would have to think a shot clock violation is pretty high up on the list.
Sarah Strong, a vicious block from behind. The chase down to ignite her team. And then the easy finish inside. How did she run the length of the floor in that time?
Because she is one of the most elite players, not elite freshmen, elite players in the country. I would like to know if Gino thinks that 50% number is tipping up today, because she's not passing up a lot of opportunities. She's looking for her moments.
18 points above her season average. Molly one-on-one against Shade again, kicks it out from the post and won't pick up the assist. That shot missed by Townsend. Bueckers sees an opening, gets herself free and knocks it down.
And when she is in that mode, going coast to coast, getting to the middle of the floor, she is like a little gazelle, just so smooth, skipping through the lane.
Literal gets herself right to the cup.
Creighton's had some answers, but it needs to start on this end of the floor.
Brady shuffles her feet. Another turnover for the Huskies. Arnold's dialing up that defense against Mogensen, who tries to get downhill. She just loses it. Strong sprinting to the floor, dishes it up, and an easy two.
She really a freshman? We need to check the enrollment, because she looks like a seasoned vet.
Top-ranked player in the country in her class. Chen tries to go coast to coast, and then is Strong, and she is hit. She's at 18 points right now.
I'm actually surprised that that number isn't higher. I mean, you're seeing the motor to go after rebounds in this game. She's clearly capable of becoming a double-digit rebounder.
Also praising her passing as well. We have seen her be aggressive, look for her own shots every part of the floor.
I think the stat that shows how aggressive she's been, Sloan, she's only taken 1 3. She's a capable three-point shooter, but she's gotten into the post in this game.
KK Arnold, what a finish! Making her presence known on the defensive end.
KK Arnold can change a ball game. She can ignite a crowd. You see Jim Flannery's frustration in the background. I just love the intensity she brings off of the bench. She brings 110% effort on the defensive end. She's a player that comes in and changes the complexion of a game. And that's now 16 points off of turnovers for the Huskies.
12 steals to add to that. And bringing the full court pressure as well. UConn, since the second quarter, has been dictating on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, this is typically a Creighton offense that has beautiful motion, constant screening and cutting. But UConn has really taken them out of a rhythm, pushed them off their spots, applied extreme ball pressure.
Quick swing, deep in the corner. That is good for Literal.
And that was a really nice answer from Creighton, who got that ball moving as quick as we've seen it today. A couple of extra passes to get that UConn defense shifting.
Shot clock is off for Bueckers. Into the lane. Count it. When she is in control, there is no answer.
Game clock running down might be Paige Bueckers' favorite time of day. You know she locks in that moment. And credit to her teammates for giving her the space. There were 4 UConn players outside of the three-point line. There was not enough help to meet her. She has been so good in this second half off of the one-on-one.
In this quarter alone, 13 points, almost a steal.
She wants 2 more points. I mean, there's plenty of time on the clock.
And normally very reserved off the court and on. But what a quarter for the Huskies. Are they going to get a final shot off? Poked away, back to UConn, 8/10 to go.
She's going to see, no, she's inbounding it, so it won't be her shot.
But she's got the arm to get it up ahead to Strong. She doesn't get it to Beckers can't believe it, but they are having fun here in downtown Omaha.
Look at the dichotomy between the first and second half. She's up to 15. We predicted this. We knew that whatever was said in the locker room, Gino was not pleased that she had only taken 4 shots. She has erupted.
She absolutely has. And when she had 21 points against Villanova, Coach Auriemma says the way she manages the game, she has complete control. When she's attacking, going off when she wants to, like she can do, it is infectious. And we see that for the Huskies.
And I think selfishly, she needs to realize just how much better the offense and even the defense as a whole is when she's playing aggressively. I mean, we saw the extra pep in the step defensively from UConn. A lot of that may have been because of the energy that she built up on the offensive end.
Molly strips, but a foul. Morgan Molly, 88% this season, amongst the best in Creighton program history. Has not hit a 3 yet today. She is 3 away from tying for the all-time 3-point record in Blue Jay history.
Yeah, and she has been playing so well as of late, but has really been stifled by this UConn defense, who again is top in the country, holding opponents to just about 50 points per game. It's on display here in Omaha.
But trying to find somewhere to go. It is Bueckers, 2 defenders. Molly again with the post up. She'll go to the step back. Again, Strong able to affect it. Bueckers skips in. Strong doing the work early with the deep post and gets the easy 2.
How good have the 2 of these players been? You have the veteran and Paige Bueckers orchestrating things on the outside. And the 2 of them, the chemistry, learning how each other play, how they can help each other out.
9th 20-point game of the season for Strong. 3rd straight to Creighton, badly needing that 3.
And that's a typical shot for Morgan Molly. We have not seen it here today, just her first triple of the afternoon, but she's known to have a couple highlight reel 3s like that each game.
Strong didn't look ready for that pass. It's Horan who gives it up ahead. Jensen will finish on the fast break. Bueckers gets free. Another 3. She's got 20 points, 17 in the second half.
And it was a perfect read again that set her up to get that space.
Literal with the face-up will answer with it.
If you're trying to get better at basketball, you should study the way that Paige Bueckers uses ball screens, uses off-the-ball screens, gets herself open,
gets blocked, doesn't get the assist, ripped down by Jensen, but poked away by Arnold, who's been so active. Literal around Strong, she says no. Pushing on the fast break and fouled at the opposite end.
Honing in on the tiniest of details that are allowing her to get the separation she needs for her attempts.
Had the offensive skill set that Sarah has since Brianna Stewart was here. Probably as impressive a freshman we've had in a long time.
Has been spectacular. 5 steals and 3 blocks for Sarah.
Has that pushed away by Strong. Here's Jensen with trigger. She's got it.
A little bit stagnant, and a lot of it is probably because their 2 top players have been slowed.
Bueckers for her last 2. 20 points, 50% shooting. And Molly from deep, not that time. Kept alive by Moran. Mogensen with Logan. She drains it through. Be playing Creighton again as well. UConn has been winning Big East games by 36 points at contests as Bueckers will misfire from 3. And they are bringing the challenge to the Huskies. We will step aside one more.
So, interesting last couple months on the Big East men's side.
We're about midway through. I was going to say we're about midway through at this point, but there still could be a lot of jostling happening. Pick and roll, perfection. Bueckers and Strong.
Creighton's got to start moving a little quicker here, I think. Time is ticking down, but they've made some shots to keep this game a little bit within arm's reach.
Molly calling for it. It's on the road in front of a record crowd for this program, 11,141. Looking to stay undefeated in Big East play, 10-0.
And Creighton will have still won 15 of their last 17 games, with the only losses that are going to come. I think she's had some nice moments in the minutes she's seen on the floor.
2,100 career points. She played 4 years at Division II Central Missouri, so clearly has that knack for scoring, going right at Sarah Strong to the rim. 10-point lead for the Huskies. The clock on their side. Coming down the pipe, UConn will go to Tennessee and to South Carolina before the season is over. But Chen says, not done yet here. A three-point play opportunity.
Chen get back to the downhill attacking point guard that Gino Auriemma knew he was bringing in from Princeton.
Shot clock is off. Jensen slices into the left. The Huskies can start celebrating this one big anytime you get a road win, especially facing the fight they did from Creighton. But it is UConn taking care of business in Omaha and capturing first place in the Big East.